What's good with y'all boys, man? Welcome back to another video. This is a trade recap on the trade that I took earlier today. Um, it was a pretty good trade. Ended up making $1,000. I'm gonna break it down exactly what I seen and what made me pop the trade. Let me just delete everything and explain the trade. So when we zoom out in the higher time frame to find our daily bias and the external model, you can clearly see in the daily time frame we're looking a little we're not looking too good. But in the 4 hour time frame, we can see right here that price one. So this is what I noticed. Price had came here, came to equilibrium of this range, tapped the equilibrium in this 4 hour and flew up. And then what I noticed is that we had a change in state of delivery in the higher time frame right here. So which is telling me that we have high buying pressure. Now on the day, what I wanted to see was price to retrace in this 4 hour for value gap and possibly find trades to take out these equal highs. But price ended up doing that in the Asia London session. So price came here, retraced here in the 4 hour time frame, which is showing me bullish confirmation. Now at 9:30, price opened up super bullish. But we never took out these equal highs. And then we had a huge manipulation dump, right? So when I seen this, I was kind of worried because I was bullish in the day. When I seen this 3 minute candle, it kind of made me indecisive to think that it was going to reverse with this 3 minute BPR. But I stuck with my higher time frame confluence. The high time frame narrative is bullish. The 15 minute is bullish. So I just use this as a manipulation leg to come down here, tap this 15 minute for value gap, and not only that, we tap the 15 minute for value gap, and we also tap the equilibrium of this 15 minute range, which gave me even more bullish confirmation. So what I did immediately as I seen his rejection on this 15 minute, I used this as a turtle soup and I pop my trade right here. But then, like I told you, I was kind of indecisive because of this 3 minute BPR. So I ended up closing my trade to I ended up closing my trade to wait for price to build more structure. So I actually when price tapped into this 3 minute BPR, I entered a short, but then it came back and took me out of break even. So I'm like, I wasn't really too confident in the short, so until I waited for price to build more structure, and then in this 1 minute, you can see that price um, started rallying up a little bit, came and took this 1 minute for value gap higher. Now, when I seen this 1 minute candle close, and then we started rejecting up this 1 minute. I'm thinking, okay, we might use this BPO, 1 minute BPO to go short. Once we invalidated, this gave me my entry for longs because it gave me a bullish confirmation. So immediately as we invalidated this 1 minute for value gap, respecting the bullish narrative and disrespecting the bearish narrative, I popped four contracts when we invalidated that 1 minute, and I used that 1 minute as an inverse. So this then becomes a 1 minute inverse for value gap. As you can see, price tapped into it twice and reversed up. Now, my my original entry would have been so perfect, In the 15-minute time frame would have been so perfect. Once if I would have popped right here, the whole trade would have been the whole trade would have been a 100-point trade. But it is what it is. So there's something in particular that I did in this trade that I really was happy about was once price hit my TP1, I added four more contracts. So I was actually in eight contracts. Um, and then I had to put my stops at break even to minimize the risk. So I basically pyramided, right? Um, Maha, I took this right here. Okay, so this is basically what happened, right? Once price came and rallied up to like right here, I think wherever it got me at TP1, I can't really remember. Once it did that, I added four more contracts, and then I put my stops at break even, and then I think 10 a.m. opened up. 10 a.m. opened up, and then we had crazy volume. So yeah, I put myself to break even, eight contracts deep. Took seven here. I took seven here, seven contracts off, and then I wanted to leave a runner all the way up here, but price ended up stopping me out and profit. So, but price ended up stopping me out in profit and came in this 5 minute fair value gap. Now, I wanted to pop another trade here, but I didn't want to break my rules because I was I was satisfied with the profits that I made. But let me show you again. Now, if we could take this low and this high, you can see that in this 5 minute range, price came back to the equilibrium while also tapping in this 5 minute fair value gap. Now, the equilibrium is the OTE of this range, which means the optimal trading entry that everybody will want to buy at. This would be at a discount for everybody to buy at. So, since we're bullish on the day and we have a lot of highs to take out, we have a lot of draws and liquidity towards the upside, and we're bullish, and we came back to equilibrium of this range while respecting this 5 minute fair value gap. This would be a great entry. If I would have missed this trade right here, I would have definitely popped on this trade right here with a 30-point stop, and that ran for 134 points before coming back down. Now, now again, let me show you again. Um, if we could use the same 5 minute, right, and then let's use from this range to this range. So you want to set it at the low of the range to the high of the range, and guess what? Price came back to the same zone at equilibrium on at discount, and then price went back all the way up. So equilibrium and the point five is very very useful when you could use it right. Um, I will also say it's very more useful when there's a PDA rate in the zone. If a valley gap, if it's an order block, whatever it is, if a PDA rate is in the zone of the discount of the zone, then that's a very strong entry for buyers or sellers to step into the market. Now we could do the same thing on the opposite side. So this was the high, and then this was the low of this range. Now this would be this would be the discount if we was to sell, but you can see that no sellers wanted here because we are overall in the high time frame bullish. So yeah, that was a very beautiful trade, and then I'm making $1,000 on this trade because I was able to add more contracts to my winners, and I was able to minimize as much risk as possible and maximize my profits. Um, that's it for this video, man. I hope y'all boys found value in this video. I'm coming out with a lot more content. Just stay tuned. I hope y'all boys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one.